Hi everyone, this is Stephanie from Dorks. I'm here to do a review for you about a game called A Bird Story. It is by the same people who made To the Moon. The directing and the writing and the music, everything is all by the same people. It is a story about a boy and a bird, just kind of like it talks about in the title. And what I found to be so wonderful about this story is that it's very short. The game's about 2 to 3 hours long. There's no talking throughout the game. It's just everything's inferred through different objectives and things that happen during the actual gameplay. So it's essentially the story of a boy, a very lonely boy, and he's searching for something. He's searching to be anywhere than where he is. The opening sequence is him standing on a balcony of his high-rise apartment in the city, and he throws a paper airplane off. And there's such an intense feeling of longing and just loneliness. As the game progresses, you find that like his parents are never at the apartment. There's always a note on the fridge, and you assume that it's like basically, okay, we're not going to be home. Feed yourself, take care of yourself. We'll see you when we see you, which is you never see them in the whole game. He he finds a bird when he's walking back from school to his apartment. And there's really a sense in this game that you can't tell what's reality and what is not. They keep everything moving around. Definitely like the sequences that happen in the forest. There are parts of it where it looks just like a forest, and then there are parts where the trees move, very eerily so that you can get to certain areas. There's a part where you're playing and the forest is filled with his apartment furniture. Like it looks just like his apartment, but it's the forest. So there's definitely a huge theme of, is this real? Is this his imagination? Is the boy pretty much imagining most, if not all, of the story? And I found that to be very interesting. And the fact that they don't talk a lot, well, sorry, at all, or have any speech bubbles or anything, really kind of led to that kind of surreal, figure out, how you want to interpret it type of game. Like I said, it's about 2.5 to 3 hours long, depending on, you can mess around at a couple parts. There's some mini games. There's a couple of puzzles that you have to solve. Really simple ones. All the objectives in the game are marked by like a little sparkle, so you know what you're supposed to be doing. And there's a big theme of paper airplanes and flying and freedom, which I felt was something that a lot of people, have a longing for. And it carries over to, I think, some of the themes that were in To the Moon, which was a very bittersweet game, a very wonderful game that I think everybody should play. Again, not a very action type game, but the story and the music and everything in that also really made it what it was. So there are some really cool things that they did with this one. I mean, it looks the same as To the Moon. It has like the whole 16-bit, really good music. The composer is fantastic. And they did like just some subtle little things where like they put on the board, it said 1764, the square root of 1764 equals cat when he's sitting in his classroom. There's just like goofy things that they put up like in the background to kind of catch your eye. And there's a lot of sequences that are very imaginative, and they just give you this great sense of wonder. For being 2.5 hours long, I'm telling you, I was super, super impressed by this game. And I highly recommend it to anybody who likes to feel like a kid again and to kind of let your imagination take over. I'm not going to lie, it is bittersweet. And it's just the story of a boy and a bird and how he cares for this bird, and this bird kind of saves him from his own loneliness, and how he saves the bird. It's just, I don't know, it's very like cyclical in that sense, where it's like one heals the other, heals the other. I thought that was really cool. So I highly recommend it. It's $5 on Steam. So if you feel like having fun and playing a different type of game, then this is definitely for you. And especially if you like imaginative stories with wonderful music and things that kind of allow you to use your imagination. I know that I have a very big imagination, so I really love that aspect of this game. So that is it for today. If you have any questions, you can email us at drunkdorks@gmail.com, or you can go to our website, which is drunkdorks.com, and we have forums so you can post anything you want in there. Questions, concerns, any games that you'd like to see us review. I will be reviewing Alien Isolation very soon. I don't want to review it until I've played the whole thing, and that game is super duper scary. So I'm taking my time. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you soon. Take care.